Hello, I'm back. One last little quickie, and I didn't even, what do they call it? Telegram it. I didn't even telegram you guys. This is just a silly little bonus, nothing, but I wanted to get this work done, and I thought I would show you guys the product that I'm using. It's been a long time since I've shown this, and it is an amazing difference. And I know that a lot of you guys that follow me like vintage old antiques and heartfelt treasures that someone has loved years ago, and it's ended up in your hands, and there's something about it that you love and you can't put your finger on it. That's what I'm talking about, and that's what this page is all about. And I wanted to show you a trick that I learned from a man who refinishes. I can't tell you his name. I know right where his booth is at the Springfield Antique Show, and his refinished products, his wood items that he carried. He carried furniture and breadboards, and the handles on his knives, and the even down to measuring sticks, and just anything that he had of wood was always such a pretty color. And we see it around, when we're antique shop, my friend Julie and I, and one day we struck up a conversation with this fellow and just telling him, what a good job he did. He refinished, but he also kind of kept he kept the integrity of what he was doing. He didn't change it up, he just enhanced it. And he told me, oh, there's somebody ordered something. He told me to get Zinsser Bullseye Amber Shellac. Zinsser Bullseye Amber Shellac. And I've used it. This can is almost empty. Look, it is almost empty. I need to get another. I've had it for years, and I'm down to the bottom of the barrel here. All I did was brush off the glitter. So I had some glitter because this was on my work table while we were working earlier. And then I'm taking an old brush. I do not use a new brush when I'm using this product because it is yucky and it smells yucky. And I use an old brush so that I can throw it away. And I'm also going to glove up here so that I can hold on to this without having to wash my hands. So anyway, these are the scrub boards that came in for the website. And I have a local gal, Shayla, who bought one of them. And when the breadboards came in, they looked even drier than this. They looked even more tired, like really, really tired. And for the price that you pay, I just felt like I wanted them to be more displayable and more rich looking. And so this is what I chose to do to our breadboards. Now, I think I have a couple of those left, of the nice big breadboards. And I will have to order some more of those. But anyway, I want to show you what this Amber Shellac, Zinsser Amber Shellac does. The minute it hits the wood, it gives it a golden, I think that's why it says amber. And hopefully I've got enough to do this board. But it gives it a golden finish. We have done this on old shoes. I've done this on all sorts of wooden things throughout the years with you guys. And I just felt like these boards could really use some love. And so the lady that I was delivering them, she doesn't get out a whole lot anymore. And I was telling her that I was going to do this. I got some boards in, and they were even drier than the one that she got. And I said, do you want me to do your board for you? And she said, absolutely, yes. She knew what I could do with them. She's followed me for a very long time. So anyway, I just want you guys to see the difference that it makes. And maybe it would be better on a flat board. I'm already not like, wow, it's awesome. But it is. Like, see how good that looks compared to that. It's just so good. It's just really good stuff. But it is smelly. And it lasts forever. Like I said, I've done a ton of projects with it. And anytime you get something, like even if you're out and you get some driftwood You know how driftwood can be really white and really distressed like this? That's what this looks like. It looks like a piece of driftwood almost. And anyway, you can do this to that too. Any kind of wood. So I'm kind of being careful because I don't want to splatter too bad. I have my apron on here. My apron from Tara at Sweetwater Trading. I blinged it up with a little Totally Dazzled, and then I've been working in it. So I'm not going to have enough to do any more than one. I think I'm going to be pretty low to the bottom here to do more than one, but it's already so much better. I want to do the sides and I want to do the back. I want to do it up, do the whole thing. And this is what I did with the breadboards before I listed them. I let them dry overnight, and then I took a picture of them. And those are when I do the backdrops for my Walk My Website Wednesdays. Those are the boards I'm talking about. But these are the new scrub boards that I've gotten in, and I've sold out twice. And I have not done this to the scrub boards yet, but I noticed this time I just felt like, I don't know, the other ones were a little bit, but this one was I don't know, I just knew I could make them a lot better than what they were. And I think this is totally worth the trouble. So that's all I have for you. That's why I didn't do a telegram. I didn't want you guys to drop what you're doing or leave anyone else that you were watching for this. It's not really, you know, a big wow thing, right? It's not anything that's too terribly impressive, but at the same time, it's good information, right? So it's a good thing for you to stumble across someday when you're looking, but I don't know that anyone's going to be like, wow. So, okay, now let me figure out how to flip this around here. And then I'll take it out to the garage and let it lay to dry. And then I'll flip it over tomorrow and do the other side. So that's always the plan, because this is, I don't know if it's oil based or if it is, I would say shellac based. So you probably have to use like ammonia to clean it. Probably works like, not guards, but what's the, I can't even think of what it is, but for like smokers when you're using that kind of thing, I would say this is probably like that. Something like that. But I always use these yucky brushes that I can just throw away and don't feel bad about it. I'm not out anything. And you can try to wrap your brush, but usually, you know, a lot of times we'll wrap brushes in plastic, and this doesn't do that well, but you can try. Sometimes you can be okay with it. But see, it's already sticky. It's already like not wanting to wipe off. It dries pretty quick. The varnish, I don't really refinish wood, so I'm not a super great, but I do know a good sealer. Varnish, I just go to my Sherwin-Williams and I take a picture of whatever my project is, and I show them what I'm doing, and they tell me what I need. But I do like, is it Helmsman? Let me get it. I've got a can of it that you know, furniture. But I don't stain a lot of furniture, so I'm not. I know I paint houses and all that, but that is different than staining and refinishing furniture. So I'm sorry, I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, but like, let me just show you. This is what it looks like now, but this is what it looked like before. And see how it just looks like an old tired dry board, and this has a little bit of golden warmth to it, a little bit of life, I think. So I love using this product, and I think it does what we want it to do. So let me grab that for her and show her what it is that I recommend for her. Hang on. Oh, it's Minwax. It's not Helmsman. I think Helmsman also has a nice product, but Minwax polycrylic satin, water base, Minwax polycrylic satin. Minwax polycrylic satin. I like that one the best, but I have found if you're painting a table white or a really light, like an ivory color, it can amber. It'll yellow. It'll turn like the color of this, which is nice, but not if you want it to be white. So I don't know of any product, honestly, myself, that you can seal that doesn't tweak the color out a bit, or amber it, they call it. So anyway, I just wanted to show you what a difference. Here, I've got another board to do right here, but I'm not going to be able to. So there's the difference. This is what it started out like, and this is what it looks like now. So you can see this is kind of where they've taken it and they've cleaned them and bleached them to make them look nice. And we also, all of our brick molds that come in come cleaned. They've sanded off all of the concrete and the, not concrete, but what is it, whatever it is they use for brick, terracotta, whatever. And cleaned them all up. The metal bands are all good, and they call them bleached. And so I like it this way. So anyway, I will probably go ahead and do all of the boards. I don't know that I have enough to do them all tonight, but I'm going to work on it. But I wanted to let you guys know that. I hope that helped you, but with the Minwax polycrylic satin. But just beware, if you're doing a really light color, it can change it a little bit. So maybe do a test, do some on a poster board or another piece of wood, or like underneath the table or underneath the drawer or something like that, and then see what it looks like and make sure that you like it. Because I did great effort one time on my basement steps. Going down to our old house had wood steps down the middle of the basement, and I painted, hand painted, painstakingly painted like little rugs, little runner rugs with fringe, and I had looked like a little bow around each little fringe on each little step going down. Hours and hours I put in this. This was back when I was young and dumb, and a lot dumber. And anyway, my husband felt so bad for me. He's like, I'll seal them for you. You did all this work. I'll seal them. So I'm like, sweet, I'm done. He sealed them, and they turned like the yellowish yellow I've ever seen. Totally ruined them. And it wasn't his fault. That's just what clear coat does. And so I never really loved them. I was so sad. He was sad for me. It was sad. But anyway, so then I did my kitchen, or my dining room table here quite a while ago. I did it with you guys, and I did all of the muslin ties on the chairs, to make it look all fluffy in the back, just because I was sick of the spindles and running the dust rag in between I was just over. And I've had them, I bought them before we were married. We were still dating, and we've been married 38 years. So I'm sick of that freaking table. And my kids have done like their nails on it, and their friends, and they ruined the top. So and then I crafted on it forever. So I repainted it, and I made it look like boards in a brown color. And then I got tired of that. So I refinished it. Didn't refinish it. I just painted over. I sanded it down, primed it. Didn't sand it clear down, just scuff sanded it. Gosh, I gotta make myself clear. Scuff sanded it, painted it with a cream color, and made it look like boards. And that's what my dining room table is right now. You guys have seen that a million times. But anyway, when I polyurethaned it, I used this same thing, and it did yellow it a bit. I still like it, but it did change it. This stuff I've used so much, I didn't really notice it, but I guess I hadn't. Oh, I hate that skipping. I'd really use it on anything too light, and so just beware of that. I know, boy, I'm rambling about that, ain't I? I just want to make sure you know, because it will. Oh, and it's so discouraging when you work hard. Hi, Julie. I see you. Oh, good. I'm so glad you liked it, Rhonda. Thank you. You need to ask Sherwin-Williams about a food safe product. Now, I know you can find that if you just Amazon food safe charcuterie, but what I usually use with that is, you're gonna laugh, but on my charcuterie, I use a mineral oil, and it is a laxative mineral oil. You get it in like the pharmacy section, and it's a laxative mineral oil. And I had a man that made, years ago, he made boards, and I used to have them on my website, and he was great at it. He would inlay wood and do all this stuff, and he always told me to tell the ladies to use this mineral oil that is laxative. so that it is food safe, and it makes your board, it just like brings it back to life. And so that's what I use, but I don't use a sealer or anything like that. The wood still breathes, but I do use that. So I told him I was using like Crisco oil or what, Wesson oil, whatever. And he's like, oh God, don't do that. You're going to get bacteria or whatever. Leaving that out like that. So I'm like, oh crap, I didn't know. So he said, start using mineral oil. So laxative mineral oil. I didn't know they made such a thing, but they do. So, okay. Good. Great, Glenda. Hi, Carol. Hi, you guys. And gummy. I don't know what you mean, Linda. I'm sure you said something else. Anyway, you guys, that's all I have. Oh, there's not a ton of comments. Let me just look and see here. Hi, you guys. Hi, Kim and Linda and Norma and Sandra. Hi, Diana and Janet. Kendra, I have been busy today. I've been getting lots of work done. That's what you did on your oak floors. Yeah. Oh, this looks like your oak floor. Yeah, it looks like mine. Look, it does. Mine floor's a little bit darker, but yeah, you're right. Teak oil, spar varnish we used on the wood. Okay, of the sailboat. Yeah, that would be right. Yeah. And the spar varnish is great for exterior. If you use on a tabletop. Okay, I read that one. I'm terrible. It is a washboard. They call it a scrub board officially from, I forget what country. I buy a lot of these items from an importer, and they have a website, and I try to copy paste their descriptions over to my website so that I get it right. But he calls them a scrub board. Now I would call it a washboard, but I guess where it came from, they called it a scrub board. So I kept it. Let's see. If you want to make it, okay. You like your, hi Julia. That's what you use it for. Okay. And there I am. And gummy. Thank you so much. So I hope you guys give this stuff a try. If you have any, like even if you have an old table that's been outside for a long time, like a side table or something, and it's looking weathered, like, we just talked about like driftwood, it's thirsty. Try this stuff. It's really good. Zinsser Bullseye Shellac. I can give you a link for it. I bought it off of Amazon. So, but they do carry it here as well. You can get it locally. Is there something over tongue oil to season it back? I don't know. I wish I did. You know who could probably answer all of your questions is Chastity with Southern Custom Southern Co. I think that's right. She's really good at that kind of like antique stuff. I know what I know and it's limited, and I do share what I know, but I don't know enough about that to tell you the truth. I can talk about painting houses all day, painting walls and all that. I can help you out, but this I don't know. I just know this is a good product. It was recommended by a fellow who makes the wood look like this. And I'm like, how do you get it to look like that? Yeah, you definitely do have to like the yellow. And I love that. To me, it's just so warm and rich looking compared to this. Here's one, and then here's another one that came in. They're all, they all are different. They're all old. They are what they are. And this is what I got. And I just felt like they were a little too bleachy. And I just feel like they're going to look nicer finished. So I'm going the extra mile. The first few I put on as they were, but the more I looked at them, and when more than that, not so much the more I looked at them, I'm lying. When the breadboards came in, I was so disappointed. This surface, it's all, ripply and stuff. It's got a lot of interesting things going on, but when the breadboards came in and they were perfectly smooth and flat and they looked like that, I did not like them, and I knew how beautiful they could look, and they went from that to that, and they were beautiful. So anyway, that's why I thought, well, I'll show you on this. So maybe I'm not going to order any more breadboards until I sell what I have. but they're great and they're old, and I'm hoping the next time I can get some with patches. But I've gotten them with, like, one of them had a face drawn in on the top handle. They're all, you know, they're all, you don't know. One of them had a bunch of burn marks on the back, which was super cool. The pictures are still there on the website under antiques, so you guys can look if you want to see. But anyway, they're pretty great. So that's all I have. I just thought I'd try and get a coat on some of these tonight. I don't think I'm gonna try and get another one done, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough. I guess I can work on it now, but I'll do the littler one. It's a little bit skinnier. But then once I go to town again, back to town. Poor Randy. He was such a good sport. I told you guys yesterday what a good sport he was, going to all the stores and stuff. So yeah, I doubt if I could drag him to town again today. But when I get back in, I need to put this on my list. We didn't go to Lowe's or anywhere where I could have got this, but anyway, there. Yes, look. That compared to that is so much better. So good. So you guys have a great night. You're welcome. You're welcome. I know it's not really a crafty thing, but it could come in handy if you have old things that you want to zhuzh up a little bit. So I'll see you all later. Have a great night. I'm going to finish this board up. And what time is it? Gosh, it's only 7 o'clock. I'm sorry, I had to bed. Jeez. Well, maybe somebody else will be live and I can watch them while I do this. So I'll see you later. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Shayna. I was thinking about you today. What did I see? I know exactly what I saw. Little gnomes made out of evergreens. They were like, and then they had trees, like real live evergreen. And I thought Shayna would love that. And I almost sent you a picture of my house. She's going to think I'm weird. So I didn't. But I have it on my Pinterest. If you want it, I can find them again. Screenshot. Gosh, I hate that flashing. I'll see you later. Thanks for joining me, you guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye.